all tied up, and this first set is dead even.
Unbelievable combination.
Wow.
Beautifully done.
What a great spot.
Hello and welcome to the 2025-26 APTA Tour. We're live from the Huntington Country Club in Huntington, New York, bringing you the 2025 Long Island and Duane Hayden Invitationals, with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership and our tour presenting sponsor, Corian. Tournament support has also been provided by the following local sponsors: Long Island Platform Tennis Association and Master Athletics. I'm Lauren Mandel, along with Billy Horn, bringing you this men's round of 16 match between Tomas Christian and Tom Murphy, and Vladi Lobak and Jason Quintana. And up in the chair, our umpire for this match will be the director of the Huntington Country Club, Lisa Rudloff. Welcome, Billy. Why don't you tell us who we're looking at out here?
Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So on our screen, we have Tomas Christian and Tom Murphy, both of which they don't usually play together. You have Tom Murphy, who sometimes plays with Ronnie Schneider and sometimes plays with Andrew Ong. His partner, Thomas Christian, who will be playing in the ad court, generally plays with Drew Broderick. Both can be very steady. I'm excited personally to see Tomas playing in the ad court. He is generally a little more offensive and dynamic from that position. And Tom Murphy likes to drive some forehands. When you see him at net, he is very offensive with his volleys. He likes his drop volleys. He likes his strong volleys to the corner. And then on the other side of the court, we have Vlad Lobak.
Sorry, they're on the far side. Christian is wearing the gray top, and Murphy is in the leggings with the shorts over them.
And on the other side, we have Vlad Lobak and Jason Quintana. Vlad has a very strong forehand. He played college tennis at Minnesota and LSU, and he actually played some pro tennis as well. He is currently the pro at Maidstone in New Jersey and Essex Hunt Club. And then Jason Quintana is the head pro at Indian Trail Club. He's our lefty out there. He loves to drive his backhand. He likes his push overheads down the middle. He was actually a Long Island native. But this should be an exciting match. Two contrasting styles, lefty-righty on one side, and then the two righties out of Tomas and Tom Murphy.
Yeah, so on this side of the court, well, he walked off the court, but Jason Quintana is wearing the white hat, and his partner Lobak, and looks like we're just about to begin here. It's a perfect day for paddle in Long Island. Cold, but no sun interfering, not windy, so it's really a nice day to be out there playing and to watch.
It's going to be a great long day of paddle, starting at 9 a.m. with that women's final, and then and rolling all day. And actually, we have another tournament as well. We're streaming out in Colorado.
Double the action.
That's right. We had Christian and Murphy who took their first round 1-1 straight sets, so this will be their second match, and Lobak and Quintana had a very good win over a Boston-based team where I'm from, 6-1, 7-5. I thought that'd be a battle. Personally thought that would be a battle. That's a strong result, I think, from Lobak and Quintana.
And just a reminder to everyone that the women play regular scoring, but the men this season are playing no ad scoring. So if a game gets to deuce, the server gets to choose who returns it, and whoever wins that point wins the game. Here we go.
Already seeing Tomas Christian commanding a lot more of the court there.
There's that big forehand you were talking about.
That's right, not a bad look.
Yeah.
Neither of these teams plays together in tournaments on a regular basis. So you're going to want to, test their communication with your lobs, with your drives. Already see there both Lobak and Quintana reaching for the same ball off Tom and Christian's drive.
I mean, that happens when you're not used to playing with a lefty because you think it's your forehand in the middle, but in fact, it's his forehand in the middle as well. And here they'll switch to get those forehands in the middle.
Yep. Good spin overheads by Quintana early. Lauren, what do we have for weather out there in Long Island in terms of temperature? Is it very, is it on the warmer side still?
It's in the low 30s.
Okay. So we'll see a little bit, more effective push overheads than we have early in the season. They'll be sitting a little bit lower, not as much transition.
Yeah, after a very, very warm fall here in the Northeast, it suddenly feels like winter.
That's the second tour. Look at that chip backhand there from Tom Murphy. Very tricky. He held that for a long time.
Missed it.
I still like that pressure from Christian. Like how he's moving up, looking for it. The lob by Murphy, pushed Quintana and Lobak off the net. Christian is very, very good at identifying that down-up overhead and blitzing on it.
He certainly gets enough looks that Drew Broderick doing it when he plays with him.
That's true. So we have Murphy at the bottom of our screen, who's our server, and Christian at net. On the far side, Lobak is on the deuce court as a righty, and Quintana is on the ad as the lefty. A la Broderick and Christian when they play together.
Yeah, it's hard to. I'm having a hard time seeing Christian playing the ad court. It's so unusual for him. I mean, when he plays with Broderick.
It's true. I mean, the times that I have seen Christian play the ad court, I really enjoy it. He's very fast, very dynamic. Last year he played with Matt Muyo in one of the Philly tournaments and had some great results there. So I'm excited to see him today play the ad court.
Unless Christian's the pro at the Siwanoy Club in Bronxville.
That's that offensive volley we were talking about from Murphy. He got right on that net there.
Yeah, he was not afraid to close the net.
I think that might be the big question from Lobak and Quintana is can they hurt Christian and Murphy when they have the net, when Lobak and Quintana are at the baseline? Can they generate enough pressure like that? And that's generally going to be through strong lobs. It's clear that you can't drive through Christian and Murphy. You have to back them off the net.
Good hands by all.
True. I just don't think that's the kind of battle that Quintana and Lobak want to get into.
Oh, good move. Good move.
Yep.
Okay, from 40 love, this game's gotten interesting.
Both teams holding early, kind of testing each other where the strengths are, where the weaknesses are. You know, you kind of saw Christian and Murphy encourage Lobak to drive the ball almost a couple times. You know, maybe they want to get a good look at how he drives that ball. I happened to play Lobak a couple weeks back. He has a great flat forehand, which we've seen so far, but he also has a good topspin forehand that he can pull out. Kind of wrong foot you a little bit. Smart play by Quintana there, not engaging in a transition battle with Christian, lobbing the ball after Christian hit it through him.
And it's a dangerous overhead. I'm thinking that's a dangerous overhead, and he paid for it. Too hard.
Yeah, you can hit that overhead, but you got to go somewhere after you hit it, right? It looked like Murphy was just kind of hanging out at that service line. Got to either get out to the baseline or close in. Good lob. Thus far, when Lobak and Quintana have had the net, it looks like they're pretty content letting Quintana be the one who's going to be the main overhead hitter. But you still see them both standing way off the net, almost like they don't know exactly where they want to go. Another confusing overhead there. You heard the me, you call, you, me. Tomas made that look very easy. That spin overhead to the ad from a lefty is very tough.
I'm always amazed at how easily these guys handle the lefty spin because it's totally opposite from what you're used to. And you really have to be ready for it, but it doesn't ever seem to be a problem for them.
That was a great point, Lauren. But both sides played well. I liked the extended time that Lobak and Quintana had at net. You could see how much variety Quintana brings with his overheads. I think that is going to be the key if they can get some extended time, if they can make their first volleys and get some extended time at net.
Quintana get right on the net there. Okay, we have our first deuce winner takes all point.
That's a tough decision here. You had Murphy who tattooed the last return. Oh, they're going right at him. Here we go.
Can do it again. He certainly can.
Great first volley by Lobak.
Yeah.
Tight window.
Yeah, he took that volley a few times, but ooh, just missed it.
Umpire confirms. 2-1 Christian Murphy.
Yeah, Lisa Rudloff, our umpire, will only make a call if she's asked. And she will be very decisive about it when she does. So no question there. And 2-1 for the top seeds in the tournament, Christian and Murphy.
I noticed that Lisa Rudloff played yesterday in the women's event.
Yes, it was nice to see her out there.
Absolutely. She's a fantastic player.
National finalist, Lisa Rudloff, with Liz Jaffe. So far, this is a pretty tight match, Billy.
Points have, yeah, agreed. The points have been high quality. You know, I think players are just trying to find their feel. You know, where the confusion might come in. You know, where the spots will be to drive the ball from. I've been impressed so far with Quintana and Lobak.
Or flat, no problem.
Little confusion there. Nice lob.
That big forehand, Lobak, boy.
Yeah, they keep Christian and Murphy keep going there.
Yep.
I don't know how long they're going to want to do that, but you know, sometimes teams do encourage, you know, drives because it's a riskier shot than a lob. Maybe they're trying to test to see how consistent Lobak is going to be with that, but thus far, Lobak has been handling that no problem. Almost got it, but what a great drop shot volley from Murphy. He almost, if you look at his positioning at the net, he almost baits you into it because he's so far off the net right now, and then he closes right in when he sees drive coming.
love watching him close. Wow, that's a great forehand too.
I think those transition moments are going to be the thing that Lobak and Quintana really want to avoid engaging in. Like that. I don't think that that is a long-term recipe for success. Yeah, that's the one thing that I've seen so far is when Lobak and Quintana are at the baseline and they get brought forward, they're maybe trying to do a transition shot or what you would think of as hand-to-hand combat. That's the one consistent thing that I think has right now been in Christian and Murphy's favor. You just got to be careful to engage in that kind of play with these guys. Their hands are so good. Oh, wow. That's still what I was excited to see, you know, that dynamic, how fast Christian is and how much court he can cover out of that ad court.
He's so fast, such a smooth mover, but he's just a couple forehands.
I trust that he'll find his rhythm over there throughout the day.
Sure he will. Sure he will.
So we got Christian and Murphy as our #1 seed here, but a lot of good teams here today. Our #2 seed is Baruch and newer player Garcia Nieto on the other side of the draw. We have some other interesting combinations, Leon and Beauclair. Who else is out here? Coutinho's playing with Friedrich. That's a different combination. That should be exciting to see as the day goes on. You know, which teams kind of connect with each other and as partners and move forward on the day.
Fun for me to watch Leon when he was little. He and my son used to play tennis tournaments together all the time, and I spent a good amount of time with him and when he was a kid and his father, so it's really fun to see what a great paddle player he's become.
That's really nice for you. I've enjoyed watching him this year on the tour. He's so dynamic.
Help.
And it will be a fun team with Louis Beauclair, who is also a very fun player to watch.
Yeah, I think that there's some very fun new matchups in this tournament.
Yeah.
That will create very different looks and you know, different feels to the competition today.
Here we go with our second best point of the match. Best forehand.
Love the confident forehand from Lobak.
Oh, that's the one, right? We saw him do it a couple times on the other side. It's just hard to hit that into there's such small amount of space there.
Yeah, that's the second deuce where you missed an overhead or a volley wide. You got to make the partners beat you. Corient is the official wealth sponsor of the APTA's 2025-26 season. Corient is a fee-only wealth manager who puts their clients at the center of everything they do. Learn more at corient.com. Thus far, Lauren, this has been a great match. We've seen great points. You know, Christian and Murphy have the edge. You know, there's a couple deuce points in there that have gone in their favor. What are you seeing that might be able to adjust from Lobak and Quintana?
Yeah, I mean, you know, 4-1 sounds like a big lead, but it doesn't feel like that much has separated these two teams. I think that
it really,
you know,
it really doesn't feel like there's been a lot in it. I could point to the hand-to-hand combat again. Maybe we could talk about the return to serve and first volleys, but even that, Lobak and Quintana have done very well handling the beginning of the points and making sure that Murphy and Christian are not, nice dynamic play there, are not earning a lot of free points, which I think is a big key when you're playing a seeded team in a tournament. You need to make them play every point. You can't give them some freebies.
I mean, I think another thing is just, you know, as you said earlier, beware of Murphy. He makes you look like he's not on top of the net, but he really is. And, you know, he's deadly when he closes. We saw that one drop shot winner. But otherwise, I think
he almost, like, Christian makes it look like he's yawning when he gets that shot. He's just like, yeah, whatever. It was an amazing get. He didn't even sweat it. Unlucky. I think the other comment I would have on the match, it really would be the quality of lobs. You know, you can see all four players really have the drives. They have the volleys. We're just, I think, seeing Murphy and Christian consistently lob a little bit deeper, so that the volleys are having to be made from off the net or moving, where, like that one, you know, Murphy didn't even have to move for that ball because he's in the service box hitting the overhead. So the lobs have to get a little bit deeper from Lobak and Quintana, a little more variety. Better there, better job there.
And that's really often what it comes down to, right? Who lobs better? It's, you know, I mean, despite all the spins and the razzle-dazzle, it often comes down to the basics.
Oh my goodness.
He's really got great hands.
Yeah, and it also comes down to the degree at which you speed up the point, meaning if you lob it well and you drive it, you know, do you pressure the team with a blitz? Do you engage in hand-to-hand combat? Or do you just let that drive be the drive and not blitz behind it? And I think that's what Lobak and Quintana, you know, I think they have to really avoid that blitzing motion. Just settle on the one drive. Like this, I don't like that from them. I want them to stay back and let the point build. Even though they were successful in that moment, it's still moving fast for them. And that's where Murphy and Christian have done some damage.
Game point for both teams.
Good break there. Big break from Lobak and Quintana.
Yeah, and earlier in that game, on one of the points that Lobak and Quintana won, they actually got a drive. Murphy was off of that, and they won the point. I mean, if they can do that, it's going to be another one.
That's kind of what I'm talking about. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a short volley. Here comes Quintana. He's going to drive it. I think that's the right idea, but then don't both come in. Give yourself that outlet to reset the point. You're engaging in hand-to-hand combat. It's just not working.
Work there.
Often. We're not working often. Great lob at Christian.
Oh, that's the net. Yeah, I mean, they did a good job getting that game at 4-2, but that was quick points, and as you said, these quick exchanges are not working out in Lobak and Quintana's favor.
Yeah, you're seeing Christian and Murphy, what I'd say would be double drives. They're not settling on one drive and then lob. They're continuing the pressure on Lobak and Quintana, you know, not letting them settle into the point right now. You know, partially that's due to a lead, and partially I think Christian and Murphy might have identified spots on Lobak and Quintana where they can drive to and create shorter volleys. And that's up to Lobak and Quintana to volley deeper, but also, you know, maybe be willing to give up the net and not engage in the quick volley battles. We'll see if they can adjust at the end of this set or going into the second set. You look across the draw for the men's side in the round of 32, and you saw a little surprise there. You know, Martin Bostrom and his new partner won in straight sets over the number 3 seed, Grigorovich and Lalic. That's an impressive win.
Nice to see Martin out there.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the nicest guys on the tour. Always good to have him at a tournament.
Sorry, guys.
He was looking for it, just missed that one.
He was like 10 minutes ahead of it. think that, I think that they are just hitting those hard overheads on purpose to get them to, Christian's hitting those hard overheads, so to bait Lobak and Quintana into driving, Murphy can just pounce on it. Didn't work out there, but.
Yeah, trying to get the tempo to be quicker, and that was that short volley that I was talking about. So Murphy drives, it's not a winning drive, but it creates a short volley, and then they're still, in this fast and furious pace. Oh, he wants that one back.
You don't see that a lot from Thomas Christian. Okay, game point.
Oh.
All right, Lobak and Quintana are hanging in there in this set.
Yep, getting a couple good breaks off of Christian and Murphy here.
Those are the quick errors that are just killing Lobak and Quintana. That's really the difference.
It is, and I think that difference is coming off of the depth of the lob, right? Oh, no. That was a much better lob from Quintana. Pushed Murphy off the net, who is the offensive volleyer, exposed Christian's forehand.
And Christian really sort of lunged to that volley when he did.
I like those two lobs from Quintana there as well. Trying to get the lob more over Murphy's side. Get that offensive volleyer back off that net before you hit the drive. smart shot by Lobak
Yeah,
there,
I
not
was
getting
thinking
baited
the
into the
same thing.
drive.
Yeah, definitely figuring some things out there.
Still not getting those lobs deep enough. And I think a lot of it is because their contact point is a little bit behind their body.
Help me. Help me.
That's just not the play.
Help me.
Good lob there.
Yep.
Well,
It's so hard to have the level of patience
Yes.
it takes and the specificity of lob, but really if Murphy's not hitting that overhead from the service line or beyond, I don't know if they should be driving it because he's just so on the net.
Right? I mean, Quintana
Yeah.
clearly thought he had an opening there, but it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an offensive shot to be had, but is it on your terms or is it on your opponent's terms? And it just seems like, you know, if Christian's hitting the overhead and Murphy is anywhere near that net, you got to be very careful. I like this discussion here. Big point for Lobak and Quintana.
I mean, honestly, their best play right now is getting Christian to drive off the deck. That's where they're getting the most errors.
I was just thinking that as well, Lauren. Just he's, you know, Christian's been a little bit off with that forehand at the moment, making him drive it from the middle of the court.
Yes. Great hands.
I want down the middle overheads here all day long from Lobak and Quintana. Keep it going. Nope. Oof. And there you go, Lauren. To your point, let's make Christian and Murphy beat us from the middle of the court. That chip backhand, we're all right with that.
Yeah, no, they're playing a great point here. And you see Murphy's constantly looking to move over and hit that forehand, but that's fine. Keep it deep.
You know, regardless of what happens here, you hope that Lobak and Quintana can kind of feel this point and how it's more manageable from the middle of the court.
Ooh. Okay, that's the first set.
Good
We'll be
first
right
set.
Yeah, we'll be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel with live streaming by ProFlight and match statistics provided by Court Director.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.
Welcome back to the APTA Tour. I'm Lauren Mandel here with Billy Horn at the Huntington Country Club with this men's round of 16 match between Thomas Christian and Tom Murphy and Vladi Lobak and Jason Quintana. And Billy, here's the summary of the first set. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I thought just from the feel of the first set, it was very close. You know, you see the sudden deuce wins. I think, you know, two, that might have been the third one on the deuce, or maybe it wasn't a deuce.
That
but the close points,
yeah.
I think the close points, you know, have really gone Christian and Murphy's way so far. But it has been a very tight first set, a lot of well-played points. I think there's a couple things, you know, that Quintana and Lobak can do to tighten the screws. Let's see if they can make those adjustments in the beginning of this set and really extend the point. I think they have the ability and the skills to do it. It's just being patient and picking your right spots.
Yeah, the deuce points were 2-1 in favor of Christian Murphy. But I felt like at the end of that first set, Lobak and Quintana, they sort of cut down on giving Christian and Murphy the balls that they are looking for, and so let's see if they can keep it up.
That's right. So we have at the bottom of our screen Thomas Christian in the ad court in the gray. We have Tom Murphy just hitting that forehand there. He's in the gray shorts and the blue hoodie. At the top of our screen at net right now, our lefty Jason Quintana with the white hat, and Vlad Lobak in the all black at net, his partner. If you're just joining us, as Lauren and I said, the first set was a very high level of paddle. Very little between the two teams. Just a little feel of Lobak and Quintana rushing at times. That's a good example. He didn't need to poach it in there. He could have let that ball go through, and Quintana has very good hands. He would have been just fine.
Heard him tell himself to close the net. Christian didn't like the overhead he was hitting, and they both sort of fell back.
Important first few games here from Lobak and Quintana. They were very close in that first set. Let's see if we can stay with Christian and Murphy.
I don't like that blitz. I know you don't like it either.
No, I don't. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but there's got to be a discussion there of, yes, we have an offensive shot. I'm going to hit that forehand, but we're not going to blitz off it. We're just going, if they make the volley, they make the volley. We're just going to rebuild it and dial it up again.
Because once you make that first offensive shot, if you blitz, you're then giving your opponents an offensive shot. They're happy to see you up there.
Yeah, especially right now in this matchup with how offensive Murphy is.
I'm going to hit that one extra hard, Murphy said.
This is what the top teams do to you. You know, you play a good first set, and then they kind of, you know, create this hurricane of offense in the beginning of a second set and see if they can overwhelm you. And you just have to stay patient, stay solid. If you're Lobak and Quintana, continue to make those volleys and recognize recognize detriments and keep your feet moving. Don't get discouraged.
And slow it down.
As
And
much as you
remember the end
can.
of that first set, they played that point where they hit like 50 overheads of volleys soft in the middle of the court.
That's just too fast. That's too fast.
You see some frustration there, I think.
Sure, it's a hard, you're playing a team that's very hard to hurt, but and that's tough, especially if you're playing your weekly paddle and your forehand is usually a weapon or your blitzing is usually a weapon. But here we are, we're in this moment, and we got to stay patient.
Help me.
If Murphy and Christian emerge from this match, it'll be that's the move. Just to depart from what I was saying, that's the move. Murphy was hitting the overhead from behind the service line. He's not anywhere near the net, and then you can play your drive. But to go back to what I was saying, they definitely, Christian and Murphy, have a better feel about them when Christian is hitting the bulk of overheads and Murphy is staying on the net, much like that.
Yes.
So they gotta, if they were to win this match, if they're to come ahead in this match, they're gonna have to keep that formation as they go forward.
Ooh, tried the little slash drop shot there, didn't work. Okay, game points for Lobak and Quintana.
Great get by Quintana.
Got him. Well, that was certainly an important game for Lobak and Quintana to win after getting down to a pretty quick 2-love lead in that second set.
Absolutely. Tomas Christian trying that drop shot at 15-30, feeling pretty loose, confident. Yeah, I don't mind that from him. It's something that I think he wants to have, later on and feel confident about in the day. He can always be patient when he needs to be, but I like it. Up a set, up 2-love. Let's see what we can find out there. I think that was a little planned serve and poach move from Lobak and Quintana. Maybe took Murphy's eye off the ball, put a little pressure on him. I like that. Perfect play from Quintana. Another good lob.
Gosh.
That went under the net, I believe.
That did, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
That was a much better slash by Thomas Christian. Really good.
You got it.
Murphy's really had a share of leg court winners this match.
Show me. Yeah.
Hit nice flat low forehand. He's gonna get a handful of those.
Whatever. Show me. Yeah.
I like this communication off the serve.
Oh, got it.
Tom, sorry.
Great play
Good,
back.
good
Yeah.
defense by Quintana. He was in all kinds of trouble back there.
Oh, bro.
Okay, game point. Let's see who they want to return.
Yeah, sure. Show me. We go here. Yeah.
Love to see all middle all day long.
Yep.
Go, go, go! How do you miss the ball off the net? Crazy.
Great drop shot.
So bad.
He's braver than I am, Lauren.
Yeah, good time for it. Wow. And you know, if Thomas Christian can't get it, it's doing some crazy stuff spinning around up there. So, great job by Lobak and Quintana. We're all tied up, 2-all second set. Perfect spot. That's that same overhead that Quintana's missed a few times because there's just no room there, but Murphy threaded the needle.
Very loud.
My goodness. That was an amazing exchange there.
Ah.
I go. Okay. You. I go. Sorry.
I'll
I
tell you
mean-
that whole time, it was a great point. The whole time I'm so nervous for Quintana and Lobak in those exchanges.
I mean, but they had the upper hand in those several times in those exchanges, and they got nothing.
There you go. There's the lob volley to get out of the aggressive play. I'll say this, Lauren. They've done a great job in the last 3 games of getting Tom Murphy to hit more overheads, and so he's not on the net as much. Another good play. Create the pressure. If the transition doesn't work, you immediately lob and go back to steady paddle. Nice. Love the lobbing from Lobak and Quintana there. Great drop shot.
Didn't look like it had so much spin on it, but it really died.
Stayed really low off the bounce.
That was a big game because, you know, Christian and Murphy, they were up 2-love, then it was 2-all, then they were up 40-love that game, then it was 40-30. You don't want to let a team as good as Lobak and Quintana, you know, hang around there. So, good job closing out that game.
Here we're looking at a serving breakdown, and you can see, you know, Tom Murphy having that 75% hold ratio, and every other player has a few more breaks against their serve than holds. Even no break points, it looks like, from Murphy's serve. To me, Lauren, despite losing that last game, I thought the way the game was played, the tempo at which the points were played, were much, much better than the beginning of the set, which were two very fast games. I also thought that Lobak and Quintana, like I said, did a great job of mixing up their lobs. Looks like they're playing an extra lob, you know, kind of pushing Tomas Christian back and then playing an extra lob over Murphy to back them both off the net. Kind of a 1-2-3 combination. Yep, right idea.
we keep saying, right? Down the middle. Let them drive it.
Yeah, let them drive it from that space. No angles. Trust your hands. That's not it.
Not it.
Yep.
You know, in addition
Oh, he
to
missed
hitting
it.
their lobs deep, Christian and Murphy are doing a really good job of moving their lobs around and getting their lobs over their on the deep court over his right shoulder. So he has to come all the way to the right to hit that overhead, and it leaves a hole like that, and it leaves a lot of the court open. He's got a long way to come back.
Right, it tempts him to hit to the deuce court player's forehand.
Right.
Because he's so pulled wide.
A couple of sloppy errors, and we have a game point.
Got switched in the back. Good job.
Why are you driving that ball?
Yep. Just wait one more time. That's the lob. That's the lob. I think this is where Lobak and Quintana can do damage, when Murphy is on that side of the overhead hitting. Not that he's doing a bad job with his overheads, but he has to hit more of them so he's not on the net.
Get to that. Right.
Was that up? Couple of
Game for Christian Murphy to go up 4-2. I like it. Take your time.
Help me. Hey.
Yeah. Look where he's hitting that volley from. Big difference.
Mm-hmm. Christian has been broken more often than he's held in this match. Got to recognize that if you're Lobak and Quintana, and you know, again, no first shot errors. I haven't seen many of them from Quintana, so we're gonna let that one slide.
Just an awkward position hitting that backhand overhead. I mean, obviously he makes that shot most times, but
It is, and it was created by that drive that Lobak had to close in on. Created some space behind. Nice combination of shots there, creating the error.
just a few too many quick points. Just a few too
Yeah,
many quick points, and that's the difference.
You know, it's hard. It's hard if you're Lobak and Quintana because you are making a vast majority of your drives, and it's just frustrating that they all come back. You know, eventually, you know, if you are that team, you just want to unload on some, just like in that point, and it's hard to resist that urge in a match.
Left server to stay in it. Okay.
Like we said before, Lauren, we have an amazing day of paddle today. We have this tournament on Long Island and another tour event out in Colorado, the Rocky Mountain Throwdown, which will be starting as well. So we're bringing you live stream from both events. So our viewers at home, you know, have options of going back and forth between them. Never a dull moment today.
Yeah, congratulations to Macy Elliott and Lisa Lawless. We started off today with them taking the women's final. The women's tournament started yesterday, so they took the women's final, and they've sort of, you know, quickly made themselves one of the top teams out there.
That's right. It's their third tournament together, I believe. They played Baltimore and lost in the semis to Page and Lopez. They had great result in Philly a couple weeks back, winning in the final. Little fortunate, or unfortunate, I should say, in that final. And then this final here today. Great job by them. New partnership and starting off strong. Yeah. Loose game there from Christian and Murphy, but hopefully, you know, that can inspire Lobak and Quintana.
Yeah, as you saw from the stats, Murphy's been the most consistent server on the court in terms of winning games. So let's see if we can close it out here on this serve. Got him.
Good eye.
Sorry, no, I got a big guy. All the way back, right here. Yeah, yeah.
Good lob. Yeah, great lob. Good point here by Lobak and Quintana. Nice lob again. Great point by Lobak and Quintana. Great second half of that game right there.
Things just got a lot more interesting.
Absolutely. You know, I think, you know, a couple loose games maybe from Christian and Murphy, but at the same time, I like how dialed in Lobak and Quintana stay there. Relatively close in points won, only 53 to 47%, which is what I think you and I have both been feeling, that this has been a close match. You know, even the sudden deuce wins have been 3-2, very close. If you're Lobak and Quintana here, you know, again, we're saying it, and I think they're doing it, make them beat you from the middle of that court.
I feel like the first couple points of this game are so important.
Absolutely. Let's see if Christian and Murphy change out here and switch sides. They have not been thus far, but this is where Quintana and Lobak have been most effective. Yep. There's the difference, right? Great lob by Christian and Murphy, and Quintana puts that ball down the middle, and it's not that Murphy didn't get a drive. He just had to do it with his backhand from the middle of the court. That's... Good. Good overheads, good lobbing, but good overheads as well. Nice little chess match here in this point. Great communication, Lobak and Quintana the whole time. You can hear them communicating really early while the ball is on its way up.
Oh, he missed it.
Good point. Yeah.
What a great, I think that's a great point. That's the best paddle point of the match, I think.
Yeah, there was no frenzied, play. Everybody
Yep.
was putting the ball exactly where they wanted it to, and it just, Quintana tried to do a little too much for that overhead.
I got it.
This game, for those viewers watching at home, those club players, is exactly what you want to learn when players are lobbing well against you. Sometimes you can't prevent them from driving the ball, but you can make them drive the ball from certain areas of the court in a way that you could volley. And that is one of the most important things, I think, as you're learning paddle, as you're trying to grow your paddle game. To get more competitive, is that sometimes you just can't prevent a drive, so you just have to manage it. Great overhead. 30-15.
It definitely feels like Lobak and Quintana are controlling the tempo better. Like they're the ones who are controlling the tempo, and for most of the match that was not the case.
Absolutely. And for the most part, you're seeing them go down the middle a lot, but when Lobak or Quintana is in the service box, they are hitting the roller to the neck or a little more of a slice overhead. It's just the discipline off of a good lob to keep the ball to the middle three panels like that, so you can make the volley. And I think that was just a missed target. I don't think Quintana was going there. I think he just missed his target. It was a good lob by Christian.
It was a good lob, but what we said, it was over
Yeah.
Quintana's right shoulder. He had to come all the way over, so Lobak moved to the middle to cover for him, and Murphy saw the line open.
That's a tough sequence by Murphy. Smart play.
And we have arrived at match point.
I've been very impressed by Lobak and Quintana, though. Regardless of what happens here, great job by them.
I don't know.
Deuce, another match point.
Another match point, but also a point for 5-all. I'm gonna give Thomas Christian another chance.
Why not? Just missed a lob return.
Yeah.
Beautiful lob. Oh, unfortunate. great match by both teams.
Yeah. Sorry to see it end that way, but what a great match, and what a way for Lobak and Quintana to hang in there. They really had a shot at that second set.
Absolutely. Kudos to them, and congrats to Christian and Murphy moving on. I'm excited to see them, you know, as the day goes, grow. A couple things they got to work out, you know, maybe at net. Christian being on that, you know, left side, on the ad side, and then, you know, working through those drives, I think, in the backcourt might be the key to success for them going forward.
Yeah, and as you said a minute ago when we looked at the stats, not much separating these two teams in the second set. But, you know, Christian and Murphy won the big points when it counted, and they're going to move on. So thank you, Billy, and stay with us for our next match, which I believe is men's quarters at 2 o'clock.
That's right. Thank you, Lauren. That was fun.
Yeah. We're all tied up, and this first set is dead even.
Unbelievable combination.
Wow.
Beautifully done.
What a great spot.